It was founded in 1929, and the purpose was to preserve the history of the pioneers and all the settlers here. That's what it was primarily formed for back then, because some of the people that founded it were sons and daughters of those settlers. So we have expanded it now to do the whole county and the accomplishments of Greene Countyans in all forms. James Galloway, who was one of our early settlers, he built the log house that's here on the Greene County Historical Society property. This is typical of what the pioneers would use to come here over the mountains, through the Cumberland Gap. Of course, we have Daniel Boone and Simon Kenton. Both were hunters, scouts, etc. They were both captured at various times and taken to Old Chillicothe, which was a Shawnee stronghold at the time. And of course, both of them escaped. This is James Galloway, the pioneer that came here in the 1790s. This was his chair, his guest chair. So Tecumseh probably sat in that very chair. Simon Kenton, possibly Daniel Boone, George Rogers Clark, and a host of other people sat in this chair. James Galloway was shot by Simon Girty, and he's one of the famous people that turned coat, essentially, and went to live with the Indians and worked for the British. Simon Girty is. Simon Girty shot James Galloway in the shoulder. Some years later, after it bothered him enough, and it was his weather bullet, essentially, a cobbler, an itinerant cobbler, came by and took it out of his shoulder while he was sitting in this chair. I'm not going to say anything about the grip marks in the arms of the chair. I can't imagine that it would felt terribly good. March of 1801, Ohio became a state, and then Greene County was formed in May of 1803. In Xenia, we got the Ohio Soldiers and Sailors Orphans Home after a slight court battle. There were a couple of other sites that wanted it, but Lucy Webb Hayes, the wife of President Rutherford B. Hayes, took up our cause because we were on the railroads and very easily accessible. Well, I can tell you when the last Civil War veteran's child left and graduated in 1938. We've got aviation pioneers, we have education pioneers, we have one county with many frontiers, as one of our sayings. We have so many veterans from all wars, and they deserve the recognition. Some of them did not get that when they came back from the wars, and I really want people to come and understand that all the veterans, whether they are combat or support or any branch, everything, I want them all to know that they are welcome and that we remember them fondly. Come to the Historical Society, visit me. I love to have visitors. I love to talk to people about history, all history, not just military history.